Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about teaching adults English. My last couple of videos have been about teaching children, but for those of you who just know that teaching kids is not for you, maybe this video will help you with your adult students. The topic that I want to talk about today is comfort, and I think it's super important because I've noticed with my students that their discomfort when they come to their English lessons is the biggest thing that is blocking them from speaking English. A lot of students that come to my lesson are super stressed. They think that they are terrible in English. They don't believe in themselves. They beat themselves up about the fact that, I should have learned harder and studied harder when I was younger. And they're also super critical towards themselves when they are around other people because they think that their English is worse than their colleagues at work or their family members. So I would like to share with you a few of my tips on how to make your students feel more comfortable on your lessons so that they will also feel more comfortable about speaking English outside of your lessons. So one of the first things that I pay attention to is where I'm sitting. I make sure that I'm never sitting on a seat that is higher than my student. So if we are in a coffee shop and I don't know, there's a lower couch and a higher seat, I usually take the lower couch and not the higher seat, just so that my student isn't feeling like he's, I don't know, back in school and he's a kid who knows nothing. I also make sure that through my body language and through where I sit, I make sure that I'm not coming as this scary teacher, but more as a friend who's there to help them with their problem. Another important thing that I learned is encouragement. Just because your students aren't children doesn't mean you shouldn't encourage them and congratulate them on things that they're doing well. I think that we often forget about this, that even as adults, we still need a little bit of a boost and a pat on the back. Let your students know that the fact that they are here on your lesson is already a great achievement. And when they start speaking in English, congratulate them on the fact that they're speaking in English. A lot of the time my students will spend 45 minutes telling me how terrible their English is and how they're so mad at themselves that their English is on such a poor level. But the whole 45 minutes was in English. It's important to show them that they can communicate because I can understand what they're saying. And good job! And the third thing is, don't be afraid to take technology with you. I always have my laptop with me, I have my phone on the table, and this makes our lessons safer because if there comes a moment where my student can't communicate what he or she wants to communicate to me, we can always open the laptop, type it in Google, find it in Translator, and it's not a big deal. Having a laptop with you on your lessons also makes it more comfortable for the teacher, because if there's a moment where you're not really sure what to talk about, you can always find a funny video on YouTube or a meme that you've recently seen or an interesting article that you read and you want to share with your student, and then you can discuss it. It also helps to expand a topic. So if you're talking about holidays, especially with students who are really struggling with English, you can open Google Maps and ask them to show you where exactly they were on their holiday or what route they took when they were cycling from A to B. And this makes it easier for them because you don't really need a wide vocabulary range to show somebody something like on Google Maps. And it makes them feel better about themselves that they were able to tell you about their holidays even though their vocabulary isn't so big. So in summary, the three things that you should do on your lessons to ensure your students' comfort is remember about positioning, so where you're sitting, what your body language is like, so that you're not the big alpha and omega on your lessons. Second thing, be encouraging. Congratulate your students when you see that they're doing better, or that they said a sentence that they thought they wouldn't be able to say. And the third thing, take your laptop or your smartphone with you so that if you are stuck, you can use wonderful Google to help you get out of a tricky situation. In conclusion, from my experience, if you deal with your students' stress and you ensure that they are comfortable in your lessons, you will be able to teach them easier, they will be able to learn easier, because they will be focusing on learning English and improving their English and not focusing on how badly they speak English, even though usually it's not that bad. She really wants to go back to sleep. Oh my god, there she goes. Goodbye, dog. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos coming up soon. If you have any questions or comments or any suggestions for what you'd like to hear on the next video, you're welcome to write it in the comment section below. Have a great day, guys. Bye!